Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you happy and stay healthy. For begin my presentation, I want to introduce myself. My name is Yosua Sinaga. I am student Poltek LPP major in plantation management, and today I will presentation about my argument essay with the title is biology. Biology is the study of life, including aspects of plant, animal, human, microorganisms, and relationship between living things. In biology, it is also given as one of the sciences that provides a variety of expression to understand the concept and process of science. Biology study the physical structure and function of the organ of the human body and study the surrounding environment. Biology is part of science learning whose knowledge is developed and understood through science steps that are applied in the implementation of practicum. Biology study living things and the level of the organization of life, studies the interaction of living things with environment and the phenomena that occurs in nature. In studying biology, it is built of the basis of three inseparable aspects, namely process, attitude, and product aspect. Its essence is related to how to understand nature systematic so that it's not limited to master of knowledge in the form of fact, concept, or principle, but rather as a process of discovery. Biology has special characteristics as the form of science. The characteristics of biology include the object being studied, namely living things, themes, or problem of biological object that occur in nature and method for solving problem on object. Biology through the science method, the object of study in biology is in the form of concrete object and can be captured by the five senses, development based on real experience and has systematic steps. Biology learning is one of the fields that is developed through the ability to think, analytic, inductive, and deductive in recording and solving problems through practicum related to environmental events so that it requires students to learn and understand the concept of problem the action in biology. This is supported by statement from the Ministry of National Education, which states that biology is concrete with finding out and understanding nature in a systematic and structured manner, so that biology is not limited to knowledge in the form of fact, principle, and concept, but is a process of discovery. Biology learning activities are designed to provide learning experience that inform mental and physical process through interaction between student and lecturer, the environment, and the other learning resort, but both direct and face-to-face interaction to develop competence in understanding and exploring the natural surrounding scientifically and indirectly with using learning media. Students will easily understand the concept in biology learning material by practicing process skill, practicing the ability to solve existing problem, and developing a science attitude or science attitude. Science process skill are direct science skill that can be used to find concept or principle or the theory to develop existing concept. Science process skill consists of a number of skills that can be split from one another. Science process skill or KPS are divided into basic process skill and process skill integrate skill. Basic process skill include observation, classification, measurement, communication, inference, and prediction. Manual integrate process skill include identifying variable, tabulating data, presenting data in graphical form, describing relationship between variable, collecting and process data, analyzing research, formulating hypothesis, defining variable operational, decision research, and carrying out experiment. Fact in the file show that in studying science, students can memorize concept, theory, and principle without interpreting the process of acquisition. Learn more directly to the success of taking this test with essential emphasis more on the dimension of cognitive process. As a result, students become less trained to think and use their reasoning power in understanding natural phenomena that occur in dealing with existing problems. This situation shows that the low sense process skill of students include the passive attitude of students in the teaching and learning process, the lack of contribution of student and involvement during the learning process, limited material concepts so that students find it difficult to understand the learning material. The learning process is too monotonous and less varied. The culture of memoria is still applied rather than understanding in the learning process. Biology learning that is carried out well can form positive attitude and values in students as a provision to overcome problems in everyday life. Science process skill encourage students to find their own fact, concept of knowledge and develop science attitude. Science process skill can be applied through laboratory-based learning or better known as practicum activities. Practicum is one of the mandatory activity applied in lecture activity for biology education students. Practicum carried out in the laboratorium shall have been equipped with laboratory equipment to support practicum activity so that in conducting an experiment or investigation can run well. When practicum activity that practitioner can study biology through direct observation of the symptoms and process that occur in biology learning, train students to think scientific instinct and develop a science attitude. Scientific attitude and can find and solve new problems through the method. Scientific method learning with practicum make it easier for students to understand the material concept, theory, principle, and system of natural phenomena that are conflict because through practical activity students have the opportunity to practice themselves and prove by making discoveries. In addition, practicum can overcome student science process skills which are still low. Thank you.